Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel where we talk about stuff. Don't know if you missed it or not, but a couple videos ago I said that I was going to be changing how I was going to be investing in 2023. That was an absolute and complete lie because for some reason I just can't break my old habits when it comes to investing. The first thing that I'm going to be, also just realized how blue this shirt was, so it's like the bluest thing here. The first thing I'm going to be buying this week is Steamboat Willie from VV in common form. It is currently, last I looked, around $34. This used to go for several $100s, and if they continue to remain this cheap, I'm going to be buying as many of them as humanly possible. This is actually the first appearance of Mickey Mouse. We know that he made another appearance before on the partner statue holding Walt Disney's hand. However, this black and white iteration is the first way that we ever got to see Mickey Mouse in cartoon form. This was also one of the, I think, major releases at the time from the people who actually got it onto the app. They were saying that this is like one of the biggest releases on the app. I think a lot of other people have started to pay attention to other things that may be a little bit more shinier than the stuff that's been around for about a year or two. However, I have not lost track. I'm still trying to accumulate as many grade A or grade S things that I possibly can. And Steamboat Willie is definitely one of them. And for the common version for $34, you can't really beat it, at least in my eyes. So I think I already own 6 or 7 of them. I have a lot of the commons and the uncommons, and I'm going to be purchasing as many more as possible because everything that's on the app, the amount left to buy continues to dwindle. A lot of this stuff, also for clarification, I saw some people asking before, the stuff that I'm buying on here on VV, I do at some point intend on selling. If I make a ridiculous profit from some things, I will be selling. However, the vast majority of things, this is also why I buy multiples of everything, like even when it comes to comics. There are some comics I have 50 to 100 of. The reason I do this is because at some point I will want to sell. If I bought something for $4 or 6 gems, and it goes to 1,000, I'm probably going to sell some of them. However, in the case of me having 100, I maybe only sell 10 or 15, and I know that I would lock up the rest for the next 10 to 15 years as well. I am a long-term holder of assets. I am personally not an immediate flipper, if you will. So when I buy these things, especially if I'm buying multiple Steamboat Willies, I would probably maybe sell off 1 or 2. If the price goes to 1,200, 1,500, 3,000, sure, I'll sell off 1 or 2. But that also lets me know that longevity-wise, this is going to be a very big asset, and therefore I would hold on to the rest of them just in case they ever do actually end up going to $15,000, $20,000 in the next 10 to 15, 20 or so years. Yeah. Number 2 is, and I'm gonna completely say this incorrectly, is the Lamborghini Huracan STO Bleu Le Mans. These dropped recently on VV. It was a set of 4 different Lamborghinis. They sold out almost instantaneously. The drop price was $70. I scoured around, made sure that I found the one that I wanted, and I ended up getting it for, I think it was $97 or 97 gems, depending on how you actually do the conversion yourself. Yeah, so I officially bought a Lamborghini. You know how many times I made that joke? Like the moment I bought it, I was texting all my friends that was like, I just bought a Lambo. And I think they all know me very well because no one believed me. Because there's no chance on this green earth that I would willingly spend $200,000, $300,000 or $400,000 on a car when I could buy an apartment. That's just my investment strategy right there. But I do officially own a Lamborghini on VV in digital form because these are actually licensed by Lamborghini. These are not simply, a lot of times people forget or don't understand or even don't know. When we're looking for NFTs, when I tell them I go after licensed NFTs, they go, oh, that's kind of cool, okay, whatever. When you have to explain to them that these are actually from the brand. It's not VV simply writing, yeah, this is a Lamborghini. No, like this is actually from the brand Lamborghini who partnered with VV to make these. So yeah, I finally bought a Lambo. Congratulations to me. It just took me a very long time to get there. And it's probably, as I wrote on Twitter, the only one that I'm probably ever gonna own Because even in a situation where, listen, you have to understand, I'll tell you something about me really, really quick. Even in a situation where I had $10 million passively coming in every single month. I do not have 10 million coming in passively every single month, but if I did, there is still a 0% chance that I would be buying a Lamborghini. Like this, I'd be buying so much real estate and so many other assets. I might buy a Lamborghini for like a friend or a family member, but even then I would feel bad. Anyway, that's the second thing I'm buying this week. Number 3 is gonna be a lot of the golden moments on Vivi, like I said. A lot of people, every time that something new gets released, I think a lot of people furiously or feverishly, something, they start buying a huge amount of these brand new things, not realizing that a lot of the releases sometimes are B or C or D grade. Not that they're bad, but there's a difference between an Ant-Man Mighty and a Lamborghini, just, you know. So people tend to, they sell off the bigger assets that I would assume that they would be holding. They sell them off to be able to buy the newest fancy thing that ends up going onto the app. I see a lot of people sometimes bragging to other people on Twitter that they made like a $14 profit. And I'm like, whoa, buys you like a sandwich or something like that. So I'm going to be buying up a lot of the golden moments. In particular, the one that's the lowest right now that I saw from looking around are the Sebastian and Flounder and the Timon and Pumbaa. They are floating between $38 and I think $43 is the last that I saw it, and that's disgustingly cheap. So these things were also going for, like, these are the second wave of what came out after the first wave of golden moments. For those of you who forgot or missed it, the golden moments used to go for like thousands of dollars, and like every other market that has fallen, NFTs have also fallen in price, but there's now a lot less of these things on there than there was last January. So I can only assume that we will eventually get back up to higher prices, and I think people selling these things for $38, you know, seems like a mega bargain, at least for my pockets. Number 4, once again, The Amazing Spider-Man. Number 14, the first appearance of the Green Goblin. These are going for like $5 on Vivi. I think, once again, the same exact thing follows for comic books. A lot of people tend to see brand new comic books coming out, and they immediately rush to buy as many of them as possible. 95% of the comics on Vivi are garbage. Not in a mean way, it's just like these aren't significant characters, these aren't significant issues in the real world. They may be worth $1 or $2. You think I'm joking, I'm not. There are people on Twitter who do make like tier lists, and I thank them for that because I can't keep making 38,000 Vivi videos to tell you every single new thing that's actually coming out every single week, because Vivi has also like radically increased the amount of stuff that they were dropping. But a lot of the stuff on Vivi that's released comic-wise, it ain't so hot. So yeah, a lot of the blue chip stuff, like even The Amazing Spider-Man #1, I saw somebody selling one the other day for 18 gems, $18. It was gone immediately. I bought that up as quick as I possibly could. And I'm like, I think people just don't know. I think they really just see something new and they try to like grab it as quick as possible. You know, if you are into collecting comics on Vivi, dig into the comics. Like actually like look up what the biggest comics in the world are. From the Golden Age, the Silver Age, the Bronze Age, the Copper Age in the 80s, and the Modern Age, which is where we currently are. Some people also call it the Graded Age, but that never really caught on. Because I don't want you buying garbage out there. There's so many other really big, gigantic books on Vivi, like first appearance of Moon Knight. That is a huge book in the real world, and people were reselling them for like $3.89, and I was like, okay, sure, you know, you can make it as low as you want. I'm gonna keep buying as many as possible. And the other one is gonna be Marvel Premiere number 47, the first appearance of, I think, Scott Lang as the Ant-Man, wearing the actual costume. In the real world, it's like a ungraded, like a $30 book. Graded, maybe a couple hundred if you get it in a high grade. I think it's more so, this is another situation where people are selling them, in my eyes, a little bit too low. $2 or $3 at the time of me making this video. They will eventually go a lot higher, so whenever I can get something that is a key for a character who's going to continue to be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I know this will eventually hit $20 again. It's a 10x profit on it, so that's kind of my general idea for the book. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be buying this week. Probably a lot more other stuff. I haven't really decided, but these are the major things, unless I scroll by something random on the app. I do hope that you have all enjoyed. I do hope you all are having a great day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, commenting, subscribing, and or supporting. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.